What do you think? Good. Morning, everybody. It's Monday, June 20th, 2016, and I'm headed into work for the day. Last night was really rough. I dropped Grant off, and his mom came walking down the driveway over there, and I just stayed on the sidewalk, gave him a hug, and he started to walk up the driveway with her, and he turned around and came running all the way back to me and was crying, and he was upset, and I was upset. He held on to me so hard for like 3 minutes. Came home last night and pretty much got drunk and sat at my computer. Not very productive. Guess it's time to check in with the Ethereum report. Yep, there you have it. Still chugging away. Over the weekend, the mining situation was kind of weird. Like, the stats and all that were reporting very differently and lower than normal and stuff. They were redoing the pool mining website. But I'm happy to see that my average hash rate is gone back up. It was like in the 80s across all, the average calculated hash rate across all the miners. Now it's up in the mid to upper 90s again. So before it was, like last week, it was like 103 or more. Over the weekend, I converted some more of my Bitcoin to Ether. So Ether dropped even lower. It was down as low, I saw as low as 11 something, like 11.97 per Ether. When I bought in a couple different points, but one was 12.77, and I think the other one was 12.4. So I pretty much bought like $20 worth of Bitcoin. Bought me a little over 1 Ether or so. I still have a little bit of Bitcoin left. It's probably only a few bucks worth. So it was, last night was okay, I guess. Like, Vicky made it home alright, and then she asked how I was doing and stuff, and I told her I wasn't doing so hot, so she called me and talked to me. I felt bad yesterday as well because Vicky wasn't having any fun. She was mad at me because I told her I wanted to wear a summer dress and all that, and then she didn't realize like that Grant and I, we just pretty much play and stuff all the time wherever we go. So she couldn't like play in the park or the playground at the Blackberry Farm and all that. So she kind of just had to sit on the sideline, and she didn't like that. Just realize that that's freaking gravel. Wow. It's currently lunchtime. I am going to head out and try to find something to eat at forgot to eat breakfast today and figured it's probably a good idea to get something to eat for lunch. Can't tell if it's gonna rain or not. It's hard to tell, but it's a little bit darker than it's showing up on camera. Vicky told me she called off today sick into work. She wasn't feeling well. Not sure what I want to eat for lunch. I want to get Potbellies, but it's like a half hour south of here. I don't know, maybe I'll head that way. Well, I guess that answered my question. I just getting back to work. It's been an hour. And it's kind of raining. Or rained or something. Really weird. I went and got some Potbelly today. It's a bit of a drive. It's like 15-20 minutes to get there. I got about 10 minutes to eat and then 15-20 minutes back, so yeah, I'm still pretty down. You know, I'm not gonna see Grant until, I gotta look it up, but I think until next week. I'm not sure if I'm gonna even get him for this weekend. So I haven't been down this low for a while. You know, I still have the same issues like I did you know, a year ago or 2 years ago. It's like I can't function at work. Just don't want to be at work. I'm gonna have to come up with something or some sort of a plan for all these evenings this whole week. Stuff to do. I was thinking maybe I can go golfing with my dad one of these nights. Probably should wax my car another one of these nights. And then look into I guess maybe changing my oil one of these nights. Then I need to wash and wax my car. I don't know if I just said that. Probably did. Pretty much all that I was able to get accomplished today was I made and rendered the Ethereum report. There's a long lost episode for my car channel that I need to go through and render. I don't know. I was thinking of there would be possibly some photo projects that I could knock out this week. Stay tuned for more. What's going on, everybody? Just getting out of work for the day, and it is hot out here. It's currently, well, the car says 83 degrees. I think it's much warmer than that. Whew. So, I'm trying to figure out what's going to happen with Ethereum here. So, if you're paying attention to these Ethereum reports that I'm posting, last Friday, the report showed that Ethereum was like $20 per unit. And today, It's like in the high 11s, or I should say it's below $12 per unit of ether. The reason why, on Friday it was discovered that they're calling it a hacker, but they said that somebody exploited the DAO, the DAO. Talked about it a little bit last week, but the DAO stands for Decentralized Autonomous Organizations. So it's kind of like a smart contract for a business, basically. And a lot of people buy into the idea or the system or the DAO. And what happened was somebody, I wouldn't even call it hack, they exploited it. So they essentially used Ethereum how it was supposed to be used, or how it was designed to be used. Ethereum is designed with and around smart contracts, where you execute this immutable code, which means it's code that can't be changed, and it requires no human intervention or anything like that. It just does it. It's just more or less a dumb, well, they call it smart contract, but that's what it's designed to do, is just execute, run, and all that stuff. Well, originally they were calling it a hacker, and then after they started thinking about it more, they're like, well, the person profited based off of how the system's designed, not like by actually hacking it. So they were talking last week on Friday about hard forking Ethereum. So they were going to change it or hard fork it to a different chain or a different direction, which would essentially negate or nullify that smart contract and make it so that that person wouldn't be able to cash in or benefit or use the ether that they leached out of the DAO. It was something like 3.5 million ether. I think that's like $35 to $50 million worth of ether. So, the problem they're having is, you know, they're comparing this to Bitcoin, when Bitcoin previously had hard forked. And the problem was, when Bitcoin hard forked, it was done, the decision was made because Bitcoin was operating or used in a way that it was not intended to be used. So let's say like hacked. The thing with this DAO attack or exploit, everything worked as planned and as designed and as created. So they're like, you know, tough luck, basically. The guy beat the system, so it's his money or his ether, fair and square. So in the meantime, ether's dropped to, you know, pretty damn low. It was, I think on Friday, it actually, at the highest point that I saw, it got up to $22 per unit. Now it's down to $11.80 or something like that. So I had the $20 worth of Bitcoin. Bitcoins had gone up to like, so it was worth like $26. So I took all my Bitcoins and converted them over to ether. So right now I have like 6 ethers or something like that. I think I mined a little over 4, and I bought like 1.5. So I mean, I still believe in Ethereum and ether and all that. It's just I'm wondering how long it's gonna take for this to pull out, or to pull through, I should say. That's kind of the main concern that I have right now, because like I spent probably about $1,200 on my mining setup. I'm only pulling in 4 or 5 ether a week, and like, should I just return it all and just take the damn $1,200 and just buy Bitcoin and convert it to Ether direct. Excuse me. Especially if Ether's gonna drop even lower, it's cheaper to just buy it direct than to spend, you know, months. Like, so let's think about this. So if let's say Ether goes to $10. If I spent let's say $1,000, let me see here, divided by 10, so that's 100 ethers that I would get for $1,000 if it was like $10. I'm just doing some quick math here. So at 4 ether per week that I'm mining, that would take 25 weeks to mine 100 ether. That's like 6 months practically. So I'm not sure what to do at this point. I knew it was a risk, or, you know, it was a gamble, and, you know, I'm still not discounting it. I'm just not sure that mining's the way to go. Like I said, it might as well just take the damn money and buy it direct. But it's a very interesting philosophical conundrum that they're in, because in one aspect, they basically, this exploiter, they're calling it a hack, wasn't a hack at all. The system was used the way it was intended to be used, the way it was designed to be used. It just had undesirable results for, let's say, whoever owns or is bought into the DAO. So they're getting screwed out of all of their ether. But going forward, we can learn from it. So we're literally like, that's my luck, right? I've just been mining for literally just over a week. Within that 1 week, Ether's already like on the chopping block. This is gonna kind of determine if it survives or if it dies. And the money, to me, whatever. I don't really care about the money. That's all it is. It's just money. I can make more, whatever. But if Ether drops even lower, I don't know, man. I might want to just take some money and just buy it directly. So that's kind of where my head's at. Like, I guess it's going to determine what they do. If they roll back or hard fork because they didn't like how this person played the system, that might actually be a worse thing. If they determine that, well, you know, that person, whatever they did, however they did it, was by the rules, guess what? That person just made $40 million. So, you're not going to view this video for another year from today. So, life's going to be much different in 1 year's time from now. Especially when we're talking about cryptocurrency. I'm going to cut this off, crank the AC. It's the car is now saying 94 degrees. So stay tuned for more. Wow. Alright, so look at these trees that are down everywhere. Wow. Wow. I mean, there's like debris all over the road and... Huh. Alright, so this is going down. Factory data reset of my phone. I got a checking call from Grant tonight. He missed me. and mid-call my phone froze and locked up, and I just couldn't take it anymore. I've been talking about having issues with this phone for months, so I backed it up. And now I'm going to do a factory reset. I always get nervous when I do stuff like this. I just have so much stuff installed and all that, so never quite know what's going to happen when you do a reset. But I think Google's got me. Hopefully it doesn't kill all my contacts. At this point, I don't even care. Alright, it just said erasing. Here goes nothing. Alright, so that's going to be a night. The phone is now like logged in, rebooted, reformatted, and it's connected to the Wi-Fi. So it's got 155 apps to pull down, along with all my other data through Google. So my calendars and my contacts and all that good stuff. So I wasn't able to get it to sign into my work email. I'll have to play with that in the morning. But that's it. Signing out. Guess whose birthday's Thursday? Sophie, 10 years old. Sophie declared cuddle time.